Is Alex Eubanks finished? Why do so many people hate on Alex? Was it getting caught using CapCut,
Machine is
Photoshop,
completely straight over here when his leg's not near it, and crooked quad gets near it.
taking SARMs, peptides, or PEDs?
Actually taking MK677.
Or was it the rise of Sam?
Let's see Andrew Eubanks hit this weight.
Before we get into it, let me rewind a bit. A couple weeks ago, I watched a video made by Big Craig, which was an absolute masterpiece of a video, and in his video, he outlined Alex Eubanks' whole career, all the way to his supposed downfall due to a lack of authenticity. Is Alex Eubanks authentic? Now, speaking on a personal level, I encountered Alex twice in person. The first encounter, he had about 5 bodyguards and it was at a Young LA party/event, and the vibe was very weird because I did not see him interact or try to interact anyone that wasn't at superstar status. And anyways, I didn't speak to him that first encounter. The second encounter, I was able to briefly speak to him because he didn't have like 5 people around him, and well, the encounter was simply awkward. At the time, I thought he was simply closed off and uninterested in conversation with anyone that was beneath him on the social media level. And admittedly, I did have a couple of alcoholic beverages, and I may have slipped him with a couple of Andrew Eubank jokes. And overall, my observation of Alex was that he was very to himself. I can find my opinion of Alex as not a genuine or authentic person, and maybe even perhaps self-centered. That is until I've watched a couple of Alex's recent videos that even right now, if you went on his channel and sample size a couple of clips randomly without him working out and just talking.
Since the last 3 years I've been going through it, but the last 2 weeks, last few months, I kind of started going through it, but the last few weeks was...
You're gonna see that Alex has a lot of mental health struggles, which is why I want to retract my initial perceived character of Alex. Alex is extremely financially successful, but judging by how he speaks about himself, which might not be obvious to some of you, but he feels like there's a lack of purpose. And it's pretty evident when you see him try different training styles and not commit to different things that he says he's going to do. His recent challenge is a 75 hard, who knows if he'll stick with it or not. And it's not a knock to Alex's personality or discipline or whatnot, it's simply a reflection of his mental health struggles. As discussed in Big Craig's video, when you're posting to just post and meet requirements quotas sales for companies like Young LA, your content begins to lose authenticity. I can feel this on a personal level, and sales and views go hand in hand. When views drop, sales drop. It's normal to get worried about your future and longevity because influencing is incredibly volatile. That being said, please run up code JUSTLEE. And so is Alex Eubanks really not authentic as a person? I don't really think so, because I think he's at this point where he's just posting to post to keep up the analytics, to keep everything happy in his ecosystem, because the whole influencing gig is built on a house of cards where a couple of bad posts or moves can result in the end just like this. And if it's not due to a lack of authenticity, then is it potentially a lack of diversity with content? If you take a dive into Alex's YouTube analytics, the most viewed on his page right now is where he's teaching something. Teaching the ropes of getting started with working out, doing commentary with his videos.
Disclaimer is obviously your genetics. If you don't have aesthetic muscle insertions, if you don't understand what that is.
Aside from that, the next viral video is going to be his entertaining Omegle reaction videos.
What do you guys think about fit guys versus dad bods?
I feel like dad bods are misunderstood. What?
Can a guy be too fit?
Now if you take a look at what he's posting currently, it's vlogs and Sam Sulek style of video. Now what you have to understand with influencing and content creation is that very few creators are actually original, and a lot of creators take inspiration from other creators making content that's like theirs, including this video, shout out Big Craig. And so what creators end up doing is copying different styles, trends. We see it with TikToks, shorts, Instagram reels, where they make their own version of what's popular and they try to get the algorithm working to their favor. Everyone, big or small, is copying Sulek's style of content creation. Some people think it's a new wave of content. The problem is, it only works with specific personalities. Minimalist YouTube creation styles are way more prominent with fandom-based audiences, people that have a loyal fan base. And although Alex has a mass following on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, his fan base is not nearly the same size as his following base. And this is really important to address because when you talk about views, if you look at Alex's channel right now, are his views actually down bad? If you look solely on Social Blade numbers, you'd think so. But if you take a look at his YouTube page, just like Sam, where dedicated fandom audiences watch his videos, Alex still has somewhat of a solid fandom viewage rate of Alex just being Alex. That's Alex's version of him being authentic with his content. Very few people can gather millions of views of just them being themselves. If Alex really wanted to bring himself back into perpetual growth, he could post more entertainment content, more educational content. And it's not that Alex socials are just dying off, it's the fact that he just switched what worked for him in the beginning. And in a lot of ways, I do feel some of the parallels that Alex has been experiencing. Although I'm a much smaller creator, I know what it's like to regress in viewership and lose a passion to create content and to post content just to post content. Creating the same style of content over and over gets dull. People get bored, I get bored, Alex probably gets bored. And this is why the last couple of my videos, long form content, have been pretty experimental. But that's enough about myself. Alex is not going anywhere. He'll have to stop posting entirely on social media for him to disappear or pull a Josh Giddey. Heck, if he wants to recover back to peak numbers, all he has to do is to remake some variation of a reaction video or educational content paired with a commentary of his training, and he's gonna get tons of views, which in a sense is reinventing himself to make better content that's more watchable with today's day and age. That's about it. I hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, comment below, and use code JUSTLEE for Young LA and huge supplements. Peace out.